Hello, anybody that's watching there. I am just going to go over some quick ChatGPT from the beginning. How I guess I would go about setting up the ChatGPT for the first time, or how I guess to work with ChatGPT altogether. I feel like maybe the issues sometimes are that people don't get their hands on it. So I was just going to go over some tips and tricks and whatnot to do. Um, so I will hold off a bit here, but if you go to chatgpt.com, you can sign up for a subscription for free. It's a free subscription where you get a certain amount of free uh, um, questions and queries a month, and you can utilize those. I think it's actually less than a month. We'll find out as we go along this little trip here. Basically, I'm going to wait a little bit and then I'm going to get going here. Um, so thanks for anybody that is checking it out. Try to get something light to go on here. All right, so I'm going to try to turn that down a little bit. Let's see if that comes through. I'm going to check my stream. Not that this is going to be overly, but it's going to be helpful for anybody that's just starting out with ChatGPT. Um, I will get the ball rolling here in a moment. It's going to be helpful for anybody that's just starting out with ChatGPT. I will get the ball rolling here in a moment. All right, so I am going to just go over some things of how I would set up ChatGPT. I have a team subscription. So what you are going to be seeing on my side is going to be um, this right here. All right. So on the left-hand side, we're going to have my ChatGPT team subscription, and on the right-hand side, we're going to have a brand new subscription that I just signed up for using another account. So that I'm going to try to build this account to be a free version of this, so that I understand what is going on with the free versions. Yeah, I think it would be good for me because I'll be able to explain to people that don't sign up yet, like if they don't know what the hell ChatGPT even is, to sign up and they do the free account, what they can actually do. So that's where I'm going to go with it. I'm trying to get a little bit of noise in the background just to kind of make it, a little bit less my voice kind of dull drummy. But I'm trying not to overwhelm it. So if you can just bear with me, I'll get going here. what I'll do is I'll put on some music here and close that out. Just something to. All right, let's test my audio because I've been having some weird issues with the mic. Almost seemingly like my mic is not working right. I'm gonna turn it up a bit. I don't know, my mic's all messed up, but hopefully we can get this going. All right, so basically I got a ChatGPT brand new subscription over here, and then my ChatGPT over here. So what I'm gonna look at here is we got some ChatGPT tips for getting started. So pretty much the tips kind of, I would assume, should explain here that just kind of ask ChatGPT what you're looking for. It's capable of doing a lot of querying for you and getting the results that you need. So it will basically, you could talk to it as if you're talking to a person. And it will be able to understand the vernacular, the way that you're talking, almost as if you're searching. So we'll see here. So it says ChatGPT can answer questions, help you learn, write code, brainstorm together, and much more. History beyond that. Improve our service. All right, so that's basically saying that fact check it. It's probably going to train on your sensitive data and to ask questions to it. So where what you have here is the ChatGPT screen. It's going to have close the sidebar here. This is going to be your search for when you have some of your history there. Down here, you're going to have upgraded plans. We'll see how far we can get into some of these, and then explore GPTs, which probably I would say maybe is being underutilized in today's world, but I'm not sure. So we got ChatGPT here. One of the first things that you want to know is that up here is where you would get your models. So with the regular ChatGPT subscription, you're only going to get up to a certain level model, which I believe the ChatGPT 4 is the one that's being used right now, and that is going to be an intelligent GPT model. So it's going to be able to answer a lot of questions and do a lot of research for you. So I can look that up. But basically, with the Plus subscription, you're going to have options here. So most likely, the GPT 4.0 or 4.0 is the one that is the regular ChatGPT. Within Teams, you have and Plus, you have with scheduled tasks, which is in beta, which is asking it to do something, and it will kind of do some research for you. One is an advanced reasoning model. Reasoning meaning that it will think about the question before. It will try to do a larger chain of thought to get you the better, more accurate answer to your queries. So 3 mini is going to be a smaller size, so it is going to be that is going to be a model that is a little faster. And then you also have mini high, which is apparently good for coding. This is all for the paid version. This over here is the free version. So this over here is going to have your account information, and it is Explore GPTs, which would be the same as over here. We'll go to that in a minute. But this and download. Okay, so in the settings here, there's going to be some important information for you. We're going to go to the settings here. You could obviously change it to dark mode or your systems mode. You could set memory is defaulted to on, so it's going to remember information that you want it to. If you want it to remember your name, it can remember your name. This is going to have speech in it. You can select voice, and then I don't have this turned on, but main language, you can set your main language there. Data controls, you can improve model for everyone. You can, I guess you can turn that off. So yeah, I guess you can turn off whether or not the model is trained on your the things that you put in it. How it handles shared links. Yeah, shared links. So once you share something, it'll, I think, allow you to set the security settings for that. Export data if you have your data needing to. And then this is going to be all of your information in your builder profile. So you can also connect your Google Drive, OneDrive, and access files that way. So we're going to exit out of the settings there, but that is a little bit of a run through of those. So you want to check those to see what you want to do there. The bigger one here is going to be your customize. What would you like to ChatGPT call you? So I have a example of this over here. So you could put, I don't put any name in there. I don't have a preference. So what do you do? And then you can put in the information here of what you want it to specify in. Looks like it's auto-populating that. But then I have put in what traits you want the GPT to have. And then you can go online and find, many people have put together some of these instruction sets. So just you could search for a instruction set online. But what I would maybe recommend doing, just because we're learning ChatGPT, is do something like this, where you would just copy this and then cancel and say, let's see here. Oops. So I wonder how big the context window is here. That was my question, but turning the web on or off? So that's pretty cool. That free version gets reasoning now. So what I would do here is please put, you can read through this. So ChatGPT is going to give you the answers to what you're looking for. It's going to give you the answers to what you direct it to do. Directed to do, meaning if you're looking for some information, it's going to get that information for you. Getting to the point where you can have it do some directives, things like that. And my little sound bite thing is so small. Oh, that's right. Hello. Sweet. Anyway, that's kind of been annoying here, is that there's something up with my mic and it's really getting to me. But basically what I'm going to do is I am going to take that, just put that, remove all this junk. So that's one way to kind of get some simple traits in there, build on top of that. That's just something that you can do. When one of the other things that is ChatGPT is good at doing is that this information it gave me is probably very generic-ish. So you can have it elaborate on this and give you a more finite instruction set, but this will enhance it a little bit. And then you could add in some information that you want here. You could play around with this too, to add in wit, add in to talk in specific manner, things like that. But it will then start to follow these instructions. This is looking very similar to how custom GPTs work, where you can give it directives and give it an instruction set. So this is almost like the template or base for the standard or default GPT's customization. So we're going to just save that there. And then I'll do answer me. All right, so that is going to generate some of the responses there. It just looked up some information, but the one thing you could do up here is start a new chat. So right up here is start new chat. With ChatGPT, you can create images. So you could have it make a picture. Actually, I think that just grabbed images. It's interesting. I think that that's interesting. So, what do you have to create an image? I'm learning some of these new new kind of prompts that it is looking for, but yeah, it looks like it can create images when you prompt it the right way. Oh, probably just turn off the search. And sorry about that. Yeah, the search is on the other one. So let me see if I turn off search. That's a little silly, but that is what's causing it. Of a built. There we go. So I guess with search on, it's going to be get a little confusing when it's asked for images because it's going to pull them from the internet. So with reasoning, that's a nice little picture. We're going to get a little bit of this. So it's going to think about what you have to say. It's going to, yeah, basically it has, it takes some time to think about your question and put it into the kind of the most context that it can search for, and then it will give you a better answer using right where it says their chain of thought to have a larger chain of thought. So basically, we're going to be having a little bit of a smarter GPT. Now, the thing with ChatGPT is that I think that a lot of people get nervous with whether they are prompting it correctly or whether or not they are, asking it right or could get better answers. Yes, there's ways to get the better answers for you. Testing things is going to be the best way for you to get a understanding of ChatGPT and how it works for you. And that's kind of what I want. I'll show you the kind of way to prompt it best. But what it really gets people to understand it the most is experience, I found. So by utilizing it on a daily basis, I would say that you can kind of get a flow of asking it the right way. So a lot of people say that in the beginning where it's, if I prompted it better or if I did something, and it's like, well, yeah, okay. But it's like you got to kind of know its limitations and things. And one of the best ways to prompt it is to kind of give it examples of what you're looking for so that it can reference that within its search so that it knows what it's doing. And that is going to give you better results. So. All right, so let's see if we can get some examples of this, and then I'll go on to some of the features that this doesn't have that the other one does, what the price points are, and what I think that people maybe should be kind of using it, how that it should be used. So let's see. So I'll use my. So this is an example of like how I would go about like just a query of I want to give this the best prompt that I can give it so that it can give me some sort of test response to you to show you that it can create more in-depth information for you because you can ask it any question you want. Simple questions, and it will put together a thought out answer for you, which will probably say that's a subjective question. And see. Many experts fancy. So we have what is the greatest basketball player ever, right? Okay, well that's subjective. It's not going to give you a great answer. So please. What I would do is I would normally go and I have created a custom GPT, which is something that you could do within your Plus and your Teams subscriptions. So what I would do is I would go to, I have a GPT that's specifically designed for prompt engineering. This one is one that will give me a better prompt because I've trained it on how prompts are built. And then we can look at like how this is built from that other, the other screen there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, knowledge. Also, one thing I would put here is to give it examples, or you can, if you have examples, like Michael Jordan. These are examples of the great basketball players of our time. That would be something that the GPT could then use those examples to then further fine tune and get down to its answer for you. But on top of that, on top of giving it examples, you could also say them in. You can also give it how you want the answer to be. Now that I think is a big part of where people get, you know, kind of confused with it. They're not confused. Sometimes the answers, like this other answer over here, is not like, you know, it's a good answer. You know, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, even legends. See, it doesn't give you much though. Whereas a Google search, that will give you, you know, plenty of pages of how to do that. But if I want to do that, okay, and then I'll have this create the prompt for me. So that's kind of how my flow would be, and I would this did not what I wanted, but it kind of gives you an idea of what they're capable of doing. So this gives you the example of what we did. So that's 0-shot prompting without example, a few shot chain of thought prompting. And then now you can see it's doing a lot of analysis. Now it's providing you a nice comparison between Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, some of the best of all time. That is an idea of how I work with GPTs, and one way to do it. What they're looking for is as specific of a direction of what you want out of it. So if you want an answer, you don't necessarily need the specifics. It needs very specific direction to how you want things. So if you want the greatest basketball player of all time, you're also probably thinking of a few basketball players that are, in the mix there. So it wants to know that you want them to be considered. You also want to give it, some of the different measurements that you would want to go off of, and then you would also want to give it into the form of what you want the form to be. So that is one way that I would do it. One thing that you could do now is if you were to search for basketball, it would come up and you can go back to the conversation, which we have one conversation, but you can always go back to these conversations and you can start back up. And this one probably does not need reasoning if I'm just asking it for a picture, but that would be for that. So another thing for a beginner after it's done, we'll go into the Explore GPTs. This will give you some custom GPTs that are built by individuals that have Plus or Pro, Plus Pro, or what is it? Plus Pro or Teams subscriptions. You can create custom GPTs and you can put them on the market. We'll see if this picture came through and we'll go check that out. Thanks for checking out the stream. Just trying to put together a core base of knowledge for working with these sort of things. This is a little bit rough around the edges because I didn't have a pre-planned like scripting for it. I just wanted to show from the beginning how I would work with ChatGPT to kind of figure out what I needed. But the idea here is that you could also ask ChatGPT to help you out with what you're looking for. If you're worried about your prompt, you can ask it how a prompt is designed so that you can get a better understanding of the what the GPT is looking for, and then it will be able to give you a good answer. So this is taking a little bit, so I'm going to just skip over that. From here you can find all sorts of assistants that are going to be for different things, writing, productivity, you name it, it's going to be something in here is going to have a GPT for it. Custom GPTs are done by having a Plus or Pro or Team subscription. What you could do is you can come into the management section here. You can go to My GPTs. You can go into Create a GPT. In the beginning of the GPT, you can go to Create, which will have a template builder. This is a good place where if you have an idea of what you want the GPT to be, you can give it an idea. If you want it to be the best on basketball statistics, then you could put it in here that you want that information, and then what it will do is it will create a GPT that has an instruction set that knows off the default that it's going to go to basketball information, and it's going to give it a step up from the other GPT models. It's going to become an expert in whatever you give it an instruction set on. The instruction set is 8,000 characters, so you could fill it up. What I normally do is I will just have this create a, let's see, I'll have it create a GPT, and I just have my thoughts go work with the GPTs to build them, unless I have something specific that I have that I can write down, but I will, you know, create the GPTs usually with another AI of some kind. So we can go create is so 3,000. I think it's 8. So what this will give you is it'll give you a template that you can then refine. This is where that you start to get a little bit better and better and better at ChatGPT. You can create your own custom GPTs that are going to be specialists in different fields. These are going to be lower level GPTs. They're not considered agents. They don't really go out and act on their own. They can make API calls, which that's my kind of hill, is that if I can have the GPT create almost anything with that, you know, I think it deserves a little bit more credit, but that's a little bit more advanced topic. So what we have here is we have an instruction set. This is not in the best format. What I can do here is take this and I would just take it to another one of my custom GPTs that are smarter than me on the subjects. This is for all right, so I'm asking it to just give me a better one. Hopefully this works for me. So I might have to grab it from inside here. All right, take that, bring that back over here. Okay, you can add conversation starters here. That will help anybody if you want them to come to this. What I find these useful for is if you want somebody that's going to be experiencing AI and you want them to, they're going to be going through ChatGPT. They might be able to go to a GPT that you built that might be a little bit more geared towards what you want them to learn. So with this, you can have custom starters for them. I could see use in that in education, all sorts of things. In the create actions, this is where it gets a little bit more advanced. You can add functions and keys in here, API keys to make calls outside, but we're not going to go into that today. So I have some other videos out there that have gone into that, including connecting 11 labs, as well as connecting Luma labs, so images and voice cloning to a custom GPT. So you can do that. There are other ways to do it, but you can also do it through here if needed. So we got this instruction set in here, and one of the last parts I have is yeah, this normally gives at least a better than basic GPT. It can be refined, especially if you know a lot more about SEO work. You can, I don't like that at all. You could fill it out in the instructions, and then you can give that to somebody. It will be in a link, so that's what you'll get in a plus subscription. So we're going to save this. Okay, and then now we got this. And I will, so what I'll do is I'll do this. We're gonna do anyone with a link, copy the link, save. We'll go over here, see what logs us in over here. So this is going to be my new ChatGPT that has a basic plan. Now I'm accessing a custom built from a pro version that I have to basically help out. It would help out somebody that needed specifics in a specific area, but you can see. Might give a generic answer off the front, but now it's going to give you a better SEO type of AI, and honestly, it probably won't be that bad. It will be needing to be tweaked for sure, but this is going to be enough to get you rolling into creating the perfect GPT for you. But you can go off onto outside of ChatGPT and do a lot of more amazing things. But this is the way, if you wanted to do that, you could create these ChatGPT custom GPTs, and you could use them with a regular account as well. So some other features that I think are very important, which I don't think I'm going to test out here, is to use the voice mode. I would use it on your phone. It's going to be very helpful to just have a conversation with it, and then it will be able to you could talk back and forth so that you can get things done. It was able to like go and talk to it while driving home, and it was writing out emails for me and things like that. So it can do a lot. So I suggest also using the voice feature. But yeah, in a free chat GPT subscription, key things to focus on if you're worried about a prompt. Basically, you want to give it some examples of what you're looking for, as well as also to give it how the format that you want it to be put out in. That will help get a more clear answer. I use ChatGPT to gather information on itself to better help me work with it. So that's how I was creating the GPTs here, asking for a instruction set to create the GPT. So I'm using something that's more aligned to writing out a quick instruction set on a subject than I am, and then I can go in here and edit this and give it the documents it needs. That's another thing I left out here in the custom GPT, is that you can upload up to I believe it's 25 megs, I want to say. I could be wrong on that, I'm not going to even guess, but you can upload, I think, a little bit above 10 items, and they can be PDFs that are book sizes. They're very and then besides the instruction set, you can use the instruction set to specifically read those files, or you could just have the GPT, it will train on those files over time. So those are the big things I would say to take away from ChatGPT. Custom GPTs have helped me out. I have ones that create images, create voices, do all sorts of different things. Anything that can have an API call, I usually connect it and just see how it works. Yeah, so that is the first steps here. I recommend going into your customized ChatGPT, filling out some of the traits and the anything else. Looks like there's a chance so you can turn off some of these features, but you probably want them all on. And I want to say that that is pretty much it. That is a good start for ChatGPT. And if you do end up getting the Plus subscription, I recommend just making custom GPTs and experimenting with them, because they've helped me out with many things. So I think that they can help out a lot of people. Okay, well, I will end the stream here, and I appreciate you all checking it out. Thanks.